started, and as people trickle in, I guess we can repeat some things, or we might be able to go back to a few things as we're going on. But good evening. My name is Patrick Craig. I am the parent coordinator here at the High School for Service and Learning, and I am joined by our principal, Ms. Farkas, as well as our who will be our ninth and 10th grade guidance counselor, ninth and 11th grade guidance counselor next year, Ms. Durancy. So we're going to share some information about our school this evening and all the programs and services that we offer. If you have any questions or comments or concerns at the end, please feel free to ask any questions. But we're just going to get right into it for this evening. And again, thank you for coming. So we're going to start with just a brief video before I hand it over to Ms. Farkas of some things that we have going on here at HSSL. Let me make sure I shared sound. Yep. Okay.
Families and students, you should choose the High School for Service and Learning because
and help me with any questions I had.
we have partnerships with Brooklyn College, Medgar Evers, and Syracuse University, allowing them to have the rigorous coursework that they'll be exposed to post-high school.
My goal for my students is to leave feeling more comfortable and confident with reading literature, exploring different authors, exploring different genres, so they can be able to see literature as a window, but also a mirror into their lives. When students come in ninth grade, they are exposed to the basic skills that they need to move up into their English classes at the High School for Service Learning. One of the biggest skills is annotation and their analytical skills. That not only helps them in English class, but also in college as well. Those are the same skills they're going to refer back to when they're in their English college courses, and the same skills that they will need once they enter the workforce and it's time to review documents.
Career readiness is so important in high school. It allows students the opportunity to have real world experiences that gives them some insight into the career path of their choice.
The career readiness program at our school through the work-based learning is a really important program for students because it gives them the opportunity to practice real world skills, think about what kind of careers that they're really interested in. We take some certain field trips to places like Accenture, US News and World Report, so that they can actually interview people and talk to people. And then in the classroom, we work on their soft skills. The primary kind of goal in 10th grade is to get them to practice and film their elevator pitches, so that they can go onto the DOE website and start to apply for these real world internships.
Some specific things that I enjoy about the class is we went on some trips. We went to a place called Accenture. It's like a beautiful place in Manhattan. I see myself working there.
This workplace learning class helped me get a push for the future and a push to actually want to get a job, because before I wasn't thinking about any of that. We had a career fair talking about everyone's different careers. We had the ninth graders come look at them, and it was very exciting for me because I was happy to show off my career.
So senior year, students are going to first create their best fit list. After that, there are different application steps that need to happen. I'm making sure that they have done their recommendations and also completing financial aid applications.
Student life here is full and rich with opportunity. We invest the time to ensure that our clubs and activities align to our students' interests.
So for new families coming into service and learning, I help parents to figure out how to access report cards, get in contact with guidance counselors, administrators, different services that we provide here and throughout the community.
The great opportunity I had here was to become student president, further my leadership skills, then also give students a voice. That entailed working alongside with Ms. Farkas, bringing the change that they wanted to see. There is so many great opportunities here at HSSL. That is why you need to come.
We make sure that our students feel empowered, nurtured, and prepared for the future. Students' academic success is our #1 priority, and we hope that you will join the HSSL family.
So families, again, thank you so much for joining us. Again, I am Ms. Farkas, the principal of High School for Service and Learning. And we just wanted to give you a glimpse of who we are and how we feel that our school is the best fit for your child. So starting off with the vision for our students of HSSL, our school exists so that 100% of our students have a post-secondary plan for success. And what does that mean in our school community? That 100% of our students will either be employed with a rewarding career, enlisted in the military, or enrolled in a college, university, or vocational program. And you'll see throughout this presentation that every and all things that we do ensure that all of our students graduate with this post-secondary plan. So who are we? And what are some things that you want to know about our school? So faculty, 80 or more % of our teachers actually have 3+ years of experience. So you're in really great hands with educators who plan differentiated lessons to meet students where they are. So if you're a student who struggles and needs that additional support, our teachers are there willing to support your children. And if you're a student that excels and needs to be pushed, we always make sure that lessons and courses really align to students' current abilities and also their aspirations. And our guidance counselors, one of which who is on this meeting this evening, really loops with our students over the 4 years, which allows them to have that intimate relationship and guidance that they need to navigate their high school experience. So some logistics about our school. We believe our school is the right fit because it's a small school. You're going to get that individualized attention. So we have approximately 250 students. We are on a co-located campus, but we are housed only in one section of the building. Our school day is from 8:05 to 2:20, Monday through Friday. And just like every other DOE school, we are a phone-free space, which means that we want to eliminate all distractions. So at the beginning of the day, students' cell phones are collected and returned to students at the end of the day. Also, to keep our students safe, we are a scanning school. A little bit about our school climate. We are a very diverse school just in terms of student population. So we have students from North, Central, and South America, Central and South Asia, and of course, the Caribbean. We have a dedicated safety team. And because we are such a small school, your child is really going to get that intimate one-on-one experience. And our teacher-student ratio is about 13:1. So here's our bell schedule. Just so you know, our students go from class to class. So again, our school day begins at 8:05 and ends at 2:20. Our periods are 45 minutes long, and students have about 2 minutes to transition from one class to the next. Our students have lunch in the middle of their day, which allows them for that mental and social break. So students eat lunch from 12 to 12:45, and then the last 2 periods of the day are periods 7 and 8. So what's really important about our school are 3 things that I wanted to highlight. So one, I wanted to talk about our early college programs. Students are able to earn over a year's worth of college credits in high school. And what a unique experience that is for students to have that leg up, right? So when they are entering their post-secondary option, they would have already had the experience that some other students may not have. So some of our partners are Arizona State University, University of Pennsylvania, Howard University. These 3 institutions are where students are able to take virtual courses, but we also have in-person classes that are college level as well through our partnership with Brooklyn College. And of course, there are advanced placement courses at our school as well and across the campus. Second thing that's really vital about our school community is that if your child is interested in a career in healthcare, we actually have a healthcare pathway, which means that starting from the 9th grade, students are taking courses aligned to healthcare, right? So thinking about the hands-on experience, real world skills to care for others. And we also have internships aligned to these healthcare pathways and also certification exams. So students are graduating with opportunities that many others may not have. And last, even aligned to our healthcare pathway are internships. So if your student is not interested in healthcare, that's quite all right. We also have internships really just for students to get that job readiness, career training at the high school level, right? So if your child is interested in technology, your child is interested in social services, we have partnerships with community-based organizations to ensure that we are aligning their interests to these internships. And just know that as a student or family who's entering in the 9th grade, we have internships as early as their first year. So it is a very competitive application, but we employ our students as early as 9th grade to really give them that career connected learning. And this is just a really quick glimpse at what the 4 years is going to look like. So we know middle school is a little different. At the high school level, students need credits to graduate, and they earn those credits through each one of the courses that they're enrolled in. So for my 9th grade families, what is really important for you is that students are registered for about 7 classes per semester, which means that by the end of the year, they should be able to earn 14 plus credits. And the plus is because some students are coming in from middle school with credits, and we honor that. So we want to make sure that students are earning every single credit for the programs that they have on their schedule, and that students in the 9th grade are sitting for all required Regents exams at the end of the year. But our guidance counselor is going to touch on that a little bit later. And then you can see on the screen really quickly just what a 10th through 12th grade expectation would be as well. So 28 credits, 42 credits, and then of course the final stretch of graduation. So this is us. Hold on. We'll put the slides back on the screen.
Can you not see the screen at the moment?
No.
That's strange. Hold on. And then
So yeah, just an introduction of who we are. Again, so I'm Ms. Farkas, the principal. What's really unique about our school also is that we have an advisor for every grade. So an administrator is really making sure that students at that grade level are being fully supported. So as the principal, I am the 11th grade supervisor. Here on the screen, you'll also see my assistant principal, Ms. Locke. She is going to be in very close communication with all of our 9th grade families as she is the 9th grade supervisor. Ms. Washington is our 10th grade supervisor, but also oversees any of our students with IEPs. And Ms. Palouche is our last assistant principal who supervises and oversees our 12th grade.
And we also have an amazing guidance and family support team here at HSSL. As Ms. Farkas mentioned earlier, our guidance counselors loop with our students. So your child will have the same guidance counselor from 9th grade through 12th. Currently, we have our 9th and 11th grade counselor, Ms. Celestin, our 10th and 12th grade counselor, Mr. Ranty. Our school, something unique about HSSL is that we do have a dedicated college and career counselor and post-secondary team, which not every school has. So Mr. Romero helps students from 9th through 12th grade get their interests, their brag sheets, their portfolios, in those earlier grades together as they work towards preparing for getting ready for college. And then our 10th and then our 11th and 12th grade students get more intimate direct application help, financial aid help, and application help, etc. We also have another college counselor, Mr. Vega, and a helper, Shamia, who helps our students, our international students in the process for preparing for college, and myself, the parent coordinator. We also have our school-based support team, which includes two amazing speech teachers, Ms. Holmesy and Ms. Trentyak. They also help students with disabilities procure internships. Ms. Trentyak leads our health advisor student program here, and Ms. Holmesy also helps our students find out about different resources like Access VR and summer internship programs that are specifically with students with disabilities. So we have a great school-based support team here. And with that, I'm going to hand it over for Ms. Durante as she talks about some elements of a portrait of a ninth grader.
So, Portrait of a Ninth Grader is essentially a blueprint for what the ninth grade student should start off high school and end high school with. So we will start off in what that means. Just a little introduction of our ninth grade team. For this year, our ninth grade team looks like Mr. Dublin is social studies. Hopefully that will continue next year. Mr. Ryan is algebra 1. Miss Lewis is our ICT teacher as well as our coordinator for student activities, who she shares that with Pat as well, Miss Craig. And Miss McFarlane is our ELA teacher. So what does the portrait of a ninth grader looks like? Academic pursuit. In terms of credit accumulation at the end of ninth grade, all ninth grade students are expected to earn at least 14 credits to be able to reach promotion standards for grade 10. Exams that all students should be taking is any course that's end with a Regents exam. So that is, if your child is enrolled in Algebra 1, he or she will be sitting for that exam and should earn a college level readiness score of 70. If your child is taking biology, your child should be able to sit for that exam in June. Most traditional high school in ninth grade students are taking Algebra 1, geometry, or they're taking either earth science or they're taking biology. In our school, for example, we take Algebra 1 and biology. In terms of attendance and GPA, the expectation for all ninth grade students is that they maintain an attendance percentage of 90% and above. What does that mean? That means your child can only be absent maximum 10 days for the entire school year. That way, the child maintains a 90% attendance. This is critical also for promotion from grade to grade. Also, a GPA 80 and a plus is expected for all ninth graders. Studies show and research show that when ninth graders sustain a GPA of 80 and above, they continue to do that in grades 10, 11, and 12, and in their high school career with at least a GPA of 80 and above, which is college readiness for most of our students. What is the passing mark for our students in our school? Minimum passing mark for our student is 65. However, most of our students, we're expecting our students to get a passing mark of 80 and above in all of their classes. So determination is what is expected for all of our students. Our academic and post-secondary planning team, most of our students are matched with a one-to-one advisor. Ms. Craig spoke about the advisors, Mr. Romero, Mr. Vega, and Shamila. These advisors will meet with students to do post-secondary planning. They also push into the classes to start talking about post-secondary work for students. So in terms of college, are students thinking of a college earlier? Are they thinking of vocational programs? How to be college ready? What is your post-secondary plan in terms of vocational or college? We encourage our student to come up with a plan at least by end of term 1. We also encourage our students to not just take the minimum courses. We encourage our students to participate in the world language classes that we have, where student can earn up to 6 credits either in Spanish or French. We offer Spanish and French this school year. Hopefully, we will expand our world language program. But student ending with 6 credits are able to earn an advanced Regents diploma, also with the Regents with 8 Regents exam as well. One of the good things about earning 6 college credit in high school, once student move on to college, they will only be allowed to take 2 years of language instead of 3 years. So they're really shaving off 1 year of language by taking 6 credits in high school. So what a simple freshman program looks like. Most freshmen are taking English 1, they're taking Algebra 1, they're taking Global Study, Biology, Career Pathway, or Health Exploration if they're in the Health Pathway program. They're taking Math 360, Bio 360 as support classes, or they're taking Social Studies 360 and taking English 360. These are support classes, Art and Music, or lunch. It's a very standard ninth grade program. Ninth grade exams are biology, algebra, and recommendation for English as well. So students in the ninth grade can take English also. This year, we do have our students who are taking ninth grade students. A few of our students are taking AP English courses as well. So as early as ninth grade, your child can start taking AP courses. Like we said, we're an early college program school. That means the students from ninth grade can take AP courses to earn as many college credits as possible. So, what is SEL? As well as academic is important, social emotional learning is also very important in high school. So, social emotional learning is critical for high school. It refers to the process of managing emotion, building positive relationship with friends, making responsible decision, and helps student with develop important life skill such as empathy, self-awareness, communication, and problem solving. These are um, all of the feelings and all of the emotions that we want high school students to be aware of. In high school, students tend to want to navigate how to communicate with teachers, how to build relationship with teachers, how to build positive friendships.
And we do that in a myriad of ways here at HSSL. We actually have a lot of student-facing emotional supporting programming here. We have individual and group counseling for students that are mandated for it. We also have a social work referral process that we share. Our school actually does have a full service health clinic through NYU Langone that is located in the basement. And part of those health services that NYU offers are one-to-one counseling and social work for all students here at Erasmus campus. So definitely our students here at HSSL take advantage of that. We also have the Boys and Girls Club, which is located on Bedford Avenue, which is one of our strong community partners. A lot of our students go there for after school homework help. They have a music studio, basketball court, so they just go there to relax and unwind after school. Also, through our social work interns, we have Rose, which is a young women's empowerment program, which meets every week. They go on trips, they develop projects and initiatives here in school. That's another great program that we have here. We also have HIP, which is our health education program. So our seniors are trained to be peer educators, and they push into 9th and 10th grade classrooms to talk about various health topics from mental health to personal health to hygiene, which is another great program. And students also our seniors on the executive board also get paid for that. So that's another paid internship opportunity that we have here at HSSL. As well as student government, we do spirit days, pep rallies, different award ceremonies. We also have a very strong partnership with Downstate Medical Center and their Theo and Heat program, which come in and do workshops for our kids. They do a lot of different incentives and community programming, which our students take part of. So it's a really cohesive and all-around holistic effort to have students engage in social emotional learning here, and not only in the building but out of the building. A lot of these programs also offer fringe programs and summer programs, which our students take advantage of. And we also, if you know anything about Erasmus Campus, we are a huge sports school. We literally have every PSAL sport with the exception of golf and lacrosse. Our girls swimming team made its re-debut. I don't even know if that's a word, but relaunched this year and is going strong. We have everything from track to bowling to football to girls flag football to softball to volleyball and table tennis, and there are various clubs here on campus. So even though we are a co-located school, we all play under the Dutchman helm. So any sports that your child may be interested in, they are available here at HSSL through Erasmus in general. They have to maintain at least a 75 grade point average and have a minimum, as Mr. Rancy said before, of 90% attendance. And that is actually mandatory for all student athletes through PSAL. So some of the clubs I mentioned before are student health interns, HIP. We do a monthly movie club. We also have a yearbook. We do young men's and young women's mentorship programs here, as well as art club. If you ever get the opportunity to come in and explore our campus and our school, pretty much all of the artwork on the walls is student done. We also have a very strong student government, which spearheads a lot of initiatives here at HSSL as well. So if you like what you've seen here and you want to get to know more, you can follow us on any of our social media pages. We have a very active Instagram and YouTube page. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Twitter or X. It's pretty much all HSSL 539 or HSSL NYC. And you get to see what our students are doing on a daily basis. If your child has not yet applied to the High School of Service and Learning, which they should, when you go to my school, all you have to do is type in K30X, and that will pull you right into our school's front page, and you can apply to be on our wait list if you happen to miss the first round that closes on December 3rd. And make sure you rank us number 1. The higher your ranking, the better your opportunity of getting an offer. That's pretty much how the high school offer system works. So the higher you rank a school, the better chances of you being extended an offer by that school. I'm going to leave our contact information up here for a second so you have the chance to take a screenshot or copy it down. But the school's address is here, as well as our phone number and my email address, as well as Ms. Farkas's email address. If you would like to call and schedule a school visit, we would love to show you around campus and around HSSL. But for now, if the parent that we have here in the room has any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll let you go for the evening. But if you have any questions, you can enter it in the chat or you can unmute and let us know. But thank you for joining us. And for anyone that missed it, we will be sending this out to all families that registered, so you get a chance to look over it again. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us via phone call or email. Even if you don't want to schedule a visit, if you just have some questions that you didn't think of right away, please feel free to ask. But thank you all for joining us this evening. And if no one has any questions, we're going to end the meeting for tonight.
Thank you.